the need to deprive us from shit all the time if we weren't productive. The fact is, we are overproductive. We have to be crippled, and even in our crippled state, we're still productive. You put us in dilapidated homes, dilapidated neighborhoods, and we created the culture of hip hop. We create all types of stuff, even in a
Hip
crippled
hop.
state. And yes, yes, a multi-billion-dollar industry, sir. We can create stuff from
You
the
know,
ground up.
entertainment is like 4% of the GDP.
It doesn't
So
matter,
that's
sir.
what we'll lose. Entertainment.
Sir,
If blacks left, we'll lose
sir,
entertainment.
sir. All
And
of
actually, the
sir.
top artists are white right now. Taylor Swift. Just
Yes, indeed. And who are their producers, though? But go ahead. The thing is,
who are their
sir,
producers?
yeah, many of the producers are black. These people get black
Who
producers.
created the technology for music production? White people.
Which technology are you talking
You
about?
didn't have turntables. You didn't have
Hell, the Japanese
speakers. You didn't have none of that.
Sir,
There would be no music industry without white people. Always remember that.
Well, sir,
Go look up the oldest songs recorded.
Sir,
we had the technology.
We've been playing music since the beginning of time, even during slavery. We were the ones creating the music, and we created all the music genres, so it wouldn't be no music industry.
You were never a slave. Why do you keep talking about slavery?
Because I am my
never
family.
A slave.
It's me. I am my family. I am my family. My family is me. Foundational Black Americans created every music genre in this country, so there would not be any music industry without foundational Black Americans. The music would still be there, sir. The music would still be there. The white supremacists, all they did was come in and be the middleman. We don't need no damn middleman.
You don't need the middleman.
No, we don't.
You get on a white man's platform, Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you do, you just run to white people.
But it was
and
black.
You've been doing it.
But it was black people creating the computer chips so that you can get on the internet, though.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. Also,
there might
and
there might have been one guy that made an improvement.
No, we're gonna go there. Let's go all the way there. If to transmit electricity and lights and all that was a black man named Lewis Latimer who gave the game to Thomas Jefferson. So again, you're welcome, sir. Go ahead.
Thomas Jefferson, or did you mean to
Lewis
say
Latimer? Lewis Latimer gave the game to Thomas Jefferson. I mean, not Thomas Edison. I'm sorry, Thomas Edison.
Yeah, I was trying to correct you.
White supremacists mixed up. I get white supremacists.
I was trying to correct you.
I know. I'm sorry. I get you white supremacists mixed up. My bad. Taylor Swift, Brooke Shields, all of you are the same sometimes. But go ahead.
You know. But yeah, Tariq, just stop.
I swear.
Just stop with this white supremacy talk, all right?
I mean, but you keep practicing white supremacy. When you stop practicing white supremacy,
how are we practicing white supremacy?
Through systematic deprivation. You dominate things based on race, and that's not by accident. You do not have a system running this long by accident. It's a conscious system that is put in place and maintained by those who believe in white supremacy. You stop practicing white supremacy, we'll stop talking about it.
I think, you just can't compete in society.
Well, damn it.
You're living in a country that white people built.
White supremacy, yeah. In a system of white supremacy, yeah, we can. We gotta replace the system of white supremacy with justice, because what you said was absolutely true. We can't compete in a system of white supremacy that's militarily backed. It's already stacked against us. That's why we fail.
But I thought you were talking about you're the reason you won all the wars.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Go.
No, I thought you were saying you won all the wars and stuff. So, right. But you saying you're military, you're dominated militarily?
Oh yeah, by the white supremacists.
But I thought you were such good soldiers and you won all the wars in America. I heard you say that before.
Well, we participated. We fought in all of the wars in America. We fought in all the wars. We participated in all the wars, and we had significant victories in it. I didn't say we won all the wars, but we fought in all the wars. Foundational Black Americans, we fought in every war in this country. We're the only group that has fought in every single war in this country, sir. So we're the
white people didn't. Wait, you're the only group that
it's white people though, because certain people weren't white at certain times. So that's the thing.
Well, legally they were by the census. I was just reading an article about it.
Because hell, the
But
Italians
no,
and the Greeks,
sir,
they
yeah,
were.
sir. Well, they
Yeah,
checked white on the census, the first census. But yeah, there was some discrimination amongst the different, because this was the first time, different Europeans had come together,
right.
in
Yeah.
one country.
So y'all had,
Italians, Irish,
right. So
Germans.
because Irish weren't considered white for a long time, so y'all had to kind of haze
But
in.
legally they were, but they faced discrimination inside of the country. But
Right.
on the first census, they were considered white.
Well, they got to go through a hazing process before they can get, they could get fully integrated into white supremacist society. So it's a very interesting dynamic.
But
But
you brought that up. I mean, discrimination, like you're not the only person that had it hard in this country.
here's the thing, Jeff. These other people, when they were discriminated by the white supremacists, the minute they got an opening, they started to be like the damn white supremacists, and they stopped fighting the white supremacists, and that was the
Dude,
insidious
what
thing.
is with
You
you with
got
this white
turned.
supremacist stuff?
No, no, because you're talking about people who were discriminated against. They were discriminated against by people who believed in white supremacy. That's what they were discriminated against for. They weren't white enough. And after a while, they got psychologically beat down and went along with the damn program and identified with their oppressor. We, as foundational Black Americans, we've never identified with our oppressor. And we fought the white supremacists from day one, and we fight them now, and we will continue to fight the white supremacists, sir.
You
That's how.
fought to be in white people's society. That's the only
What
thing you fought for.
what's
And you're
white
still doing it today.
what's white people's society?
This country.
How
Remember,
so? How so? When it was
how
founded
so?
Black Americans here from
Because
the
we built it. We built the majority of things around you.
no, you didn't.
We paved the first roads.
No, you
Uh,
didn't. That was
we built the
foundation.
first railroads. It was a British engineer. Um, Everything you see around you, the majority of the companies, majority of employment, we built this country more than anyone. Yeah, other people have contributed, but
Mm-hmm.
white people built this country more than anyone.
But you couldn't do it without foundational Black Americans, though,
How couldn't we?
because you didn't. You failed. Remember, y'all failed.
When did we fail?
Before the
But you're failing right now.
how so?
How so?
Uh-huh.
Statistically, you're failing in education, in wealth.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
what do you mean you couldn't do it without?
yeah, when we fail, the
So
white
why are
supremacists
you
is always.
failing?
If we fail, anytime we fail, 100%
It's
of the
the
time,
white
white supremacists
supremacist's
get
fault.
our failure.
Anytime blacks fail,
Yep.
they can just
And anytime we succeed, we have to succeed in spite of you white supremacists. Every single time we fail, you look at anything we fail at, the white supremacists are the ones orchestrating it. If we fail in education, who's running the school
dude,
system?
just stop making.
Who's running? No, no, no. Who's running the school systems? Look at your boy DeSantis in Florida. You can't even really teach black history no more. We have to teach black history to our children in spite of the white supremacists within your community. So, yes, sir, you are orchestrating the educational deprivation, sir. It's your community. The white supremacists are orchestrating it. And you're getting mad because we acknowledge what they're doing. If you don't play the game and then try to escape the name, sir, you understand?
Stop making excuses, dude. Stop
Stop.
saying white supremacy, white supremacy.
Well, stop practicing white supremacy, then I'll stop saying it. See, you want to believe that you are getting certain things because of your hard work. And as a suspected white supremacist, you depend on a welfare system called white supremacy. You depend on that system.
Getting certain things from what? From
Uh,
who?
from the system of white supremacy, there's a glass floor that they will not let you fall under as a suspected white supremacist. And y'all hate to
If
admit that.
things weren't so similar globally, then I might believe you.
Similar globally, how? What are you talking about?
It's just like blacks globally are just. I
Just
mean,
what?
their situation is the same everywhere
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, we're
on
not.
average.
No, it's not. We don't. We don't live like people. in other places. We don't live like white people in Europe. Y'all live filthy in Europe. We don't live like that. I mean, if we're going to talk,
You
let's
don't
talk.
live like what?
Do you know how many ghettos are in Europe? Y'all act like Europe is some kind of big time
Well,
utopia.
statistically, it has the least amount of poverty compared to
So,
any continent. But there's poverty everywhere, but statistically it has the least amount of poverty.
well, while there's so many ghettos out there and so much drug use and poverty, there's a lot of poverty out there in Europe. It's not some type of big bank utopia.
Well,
Yeah.
compared to other places,
Well, those other places are
the
dominated by
countries are more developed. I
those,
mean, the most developed countries are pretty much
but those black nations are colonized by the white supremacists, and white daddy runs things to the ground when it comes to black people. So we got to blame white daddy, right?
why do you let them run it? Why do you keep letting them run? Why do you let them run it?
Because black people, we really hadn't figured out how to replace white supremacy with justice. That's why we're focused on white supremacy now. That's why you're getting upset, because now when we focus on a problem, ultimately,
No, I just want you
ultimately,
to stop blaming my people.
no, you said it. Why don't we stop it? Right. That's why we're looking at you. You understand? You hit it right on the money. Why don't you stop it? That's why we look at the main suspect, the white supremacists. And you know, when you focus on a problem, that problem will get solved at one point or another. So that's why I look at the system of white supremacy and I look at what the white supremacists are doing, because they are the usual suspects, sir.
You would be in a better situation if you just stop blaming other people
And,
and just build your community.
or maybe I will be in a better situation if we replace the system of white supremacy with the system of justice. We'll be in a great place. Wouldn't justice be more better than white supremacy?
Justice for what? Like, give me examples.
Justice, as our good brother Neely Fuller says, you guarantee that nobody
Dude,
treated, did nothing.
when it
Guarantee.
comes to murder, most people are
Let me finish. I'm telling you what justice is. Guarantee that nobody's mistreated, and guarantee those who need the most constructive help gets the most constructive help. Now, what were you saying about murder? Go ahead.
I mean, you can cry about interracial murders, but most people are killed by the same race. So if you want to bring up, oh, they're killing us, no, you're killing yourself the most.
Um, Jeff, no one kills people more than white supremacists. You guys should get trophies on the people you kill. You white supremacists, you are the murder capital people of modern history. You kill millions of people. You wipe out millions of Aboriginal tribes here. You wiped out millions of Australian Aborigines. You killed all the Tasmanians. I mean, literally all of them. You killed other white people in Nazi
I mean,
Germany. You killed other people in Russia, or no, the Ukraine and the Holodomor, Stalin and those guys killing other white people. You guys kill each other and other non-white people left and right like it's a sport. So we're not going to go there with the
well, I'm
killing.
just saying, you're the one
We don't do that.
complaining
We
someone's
don't do
killing
that,
you.
sir. You
They're
can't.
killing us. They're killing us. No,
Okay, you can't compare Pookie and Maine somewhere living in an economically deprived area where the white supremacists put in the drugs and guns and orchestrated the deprivation and the animosity. You can't compare that, sir. But go ahead.
I have a gun shop in my neighborhood. So if I
Right.
go get a gun and kill somebody, I can't blame the gun shop. So this whole thing, oh, they put guns in our neighborhood. No, you picked up the guns and you were killing each other.
And you picked up the meth and the crack and the cocaine and the mass incarceration and you kill
No.
people with it. You kill people systematically, sir. So you didn't have to do that either. You didn't have to create a system of white supremacy, but you did, and now we have to do something about it. We got to replace that with a system of justice, right?
Dude, just stop
Did
blaming white supremacy. You should
stop
be thankful for white supremacy, honestly.
thanking for what? For what? What do we got to thank you for?
What do you have in this country without white people?
Okay. What? Like, name it. Name what? What is white culture? Tell me what
What
white
would
culture.
you have in this country without white people?
Everything.
What?
What did you give us? What did
What did we give you?
white supremacist
What
society give us?
percentage of blacks are employed to black people?
Hold on. I have a bunch of black employees, but what did the white
No,
supremacists give us?
I'm talking statistically, not your personal
Oh, this
experience.
statistical.
What percentage of
No,
blacks are employed to other
back
blacks?
no, back it up because now you're moving the goalposts. What did white supremacists give black people? What do we have to be thankful for? What did you give us?
What did we give you? We gave you a better quality of life than
How?
any African country
Uh, we,
in the world.
we ain't been in Africa in I don't know how long, sir. No, no, no. Let's not try to. No, no. What have you given us?
All right, you're getting on a white man's platform, right? Right
And
now.
I've already told you, the electronics industry, all
You're
of
living
Lewis
in a
Latimer.
house made out of you got air conditioning. The white man created air conditioning.
Not
He
really.
gave you electricity. Everything you have,
No,
right?
no,
The power lines outside were created by white men.
no,
Everything you have.
sir. A lot of the household things that we use were actually created by foundational black Americans. Many of the patents for household items like refrigerators, the modern toilet, so many modern things, the home security,
Dude,
all of these were
if
created
I
by
look up the
black.
history of the toilet,
The modern
dude,
toilet,
you're gonna
modern
find one
doorknob.
black person that made an improvement or something.
Oh, stop. It's always, well, you improved it. No, no, no. We created the modern toilet, the modern refrigerator, the modern doorknob, uh,
No, you
modern heat.
didn't.
Yes, we did. The modern home security system, a foundational black American woman did that. Um, tampons, because y'all white,
Tampons?
the modern tampon, maxi pads, the modern maxi pads, the foundational black American woman created that. Your white
Hmm.
be bleeding all over the place if it weren't for a foundational black American woman. So, sir, you don't really want to go
That's
there.
funny.
Yeah.
But Tariq,
Go
all I'm
ahead.
trying to say is stop blaming white supremacy and look in the mirror.
Okay.
Everything wrong with your community is your fault.
No, it's not. Everything that's wrong in black society is 100% orchestrated by the white supremacists. They orchestrate every type of deprivation. If anything negative is in our community, they put it in there. And I mean without exception, sir. You name something that's negative in our community that the white supremacists didn't orchestrate. Name it.
What's negative? So the white supremacists are making you kill each. You know, on the
But
CDC,
we're not killing each other like you white supremacists kill people in droves. If there's killing in
well,
black neighborhoods, the police are overfunded. There shouldn't be one killing.
well,
And
the leading cause of death for blacks ages 1 through 44 is homicide. And you're
uh-huh,
saying that's because of white supremacy.
the white
And that's according to
the white
CDC.
the white supremacists orchestrate all of that. They orchestrate because that only happens in economically deprived areas.
Why are they that way?
Because the white supremacists economically deprived them. Middle class and well-to-do black
But
folks.
one minute you're saying you built the wealth of this country. So
Uh-huh.
if that was true, you should be able to build the wealth in your community.
The wealth was stolen and locked inside of white society. That's the problem. That's why we're trying to get reparation.
The wealth was stolen.
Yes, the wealth was stolen. The wealth was taken from us. We had to work for free. The wealth was built up and taken from us
Well,
and
you sold each other into slavery. So some
oh,
people own slaves and they profit. And there were
oh
black slave
Lord.
owners.
Oh, stop. Oh Lord. Now you're going to the 4chan talking points. The black slave owners were black people who would buy their family members out of slavery to protect
Some
them.
did that, but some bought
Most of
them
them did
to make
it.
profit.
Most of them, and the ones who tried to make profit were the mulatto coons that you spoke of earlier, the coon ones, who were the mulattoes who you spoke on earlier. Y'all like to talk about the mulattoes when it's convenient. Let's talk about those mulatto sambos. Yeah, we do have a couple of sambos who were raised by the white supremacist males, but for the most part, black people got out of slavery and bought their family members and their children to protect them. So don't put that thing in the wrong context. They weren't slave owners like your community where you were raping boys and women and kids and all of that stuff. You were buck breaking people. So anywho,
There were famous black slave breeders that bred slaves. What are
And
you
those
talking about?
are who were breeding what black slave owners were breeding slaves?
William Ellison is a
William
famous
Ellison.
black slave owner, slave
He was
breeder.
he wasn't a. I don't think Ellison was a slave breeder. I know he was mulatto, right? He had a white pappy, I think. So he was trying to be like his white daddy. So he
See,
don't.
everything you do, you just blame on whites. Blame
Yeah,
on whites.
William Ellison was being like his white pappy. So he was a horrible person. He was a coon. But most black people who owned other black people, they own their family members. So that's like pointing out Sheriff Clark. Yeah, Sheriff Clark is a coon. He's one of your guys. You turned him out. Yeah, in a system of white supremacy, some black
What
people.
is a coon to you?
A coon is a black person who has adopted the mindset set of a white supremacist, and they will undermine and harm other black people in order to please white supremacists. That's what a coon is, sir. You know what a coon is. You guys would incentivize coonish behavior among certain black people. Y'all had meritorious manumissions where you would give black people money to turn on other black people, which is white supremacy, sir. This is more white supremacy. Y'all had it written in the laws where you would give other black people money to undermine the black community. So that's how white supremacy works. But anyway, Jeff, let me get some more people in here.
Stop blaming white people. Look in the
Jeff,
mirror. That's
Jeff,
all I'm gonna say. You have a good one, Tariq.
you be good
Stop
and
blaming whites.
stop leaving the mayonnaise jar open. Okay, all right.
Stop eating the chitlins. Bye
No,
bye.
all right. Stop eating the boysenberry, motherfucker. This little racist. Racist. He had to slip in some racist shit. Stop eating the chitlins, dude. Oh, you racist son of a bitch. He had to slip in some racism, man. Stop eating fucking hog mogs. All right, let's get on. Who is this? Who is this guy? Cannon poster. We got a lot of people in. Oh man, what's up, Cannon?
Howdy, Tariq. How's it going?
What's I'm good, man. How you doing, brother?
Not too bad. I just thought I'd throw my hat in the ring. I thought your style of delivery is actually kind of entertaining, so I'll give you credit
Yes,
where credit's due.
yes, indeed. So, what's on your mind? Go ahead.
Well, I'm actually curious about, and I don't know much about this. I know that Louis Farrakhan, I believe, wrote a book talking about. Now, I don't want. I know your space. I'm not going to mention certain people because I don't really understand know the whole format. But certain people might have contributed to slavery back like a few centuries ago. I think you know what I mean. I'm not sure if you know too much about Louis Farrakhan or if you're if FBA is sort of compatible with him. He's been
Right. Yeah,
Go ahead.
but what did Minister Farrakhan say about
Well,
slavery?
I think I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on this. But I think he wrote a book talking about how like Jews might have had some influence with the ownership of like slave ships that brought you know Africans to the United States from obviously Africa. And I don't like I'm not an expert on the subject, but I did find it interesting that I have heard that. So I'm kind of curious to check out his work and sort of see if there's any sort of truth there, or if it's just made up, or that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think he wrote the book. I think there were some people within the nation who compiled a lot of different sources talking about the different slave owners, and there were different white slave owners from different religious backgrounds. Okay, so you had Arab people who practiced Islam, white Arabs who were enslaving people. You had white people who practiced Judaism, Christianity. There were a lot of enslavers from different backgrounds. My thing is the thing that bonded them together, but they were all white. So to me, their religious backgrounds were inconsequential, right?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Right. Yeah. Because if I'm in some chains, I don't give a shit about what religion this person is practicing. I just want to know when am I getting out of these chains. You dig?
Yep.
Now, where are you Canadian? Where you from?
British Columbia.
British Columbia. There you go. There you go. All right, my man. Well, thank you so much, brother. Let me get some more calls in here. All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Interesting. Where's the FBA family? FBA family, y'all in here? Where my FBA family at? There's a lot of mayonnaise in here right now. Um, Where's my FBA family? We got a lot of people in here. How many people we got in here? My eyesight is very bad, guys. My eyesight is so horrible. I can't even see how many people in here, man. These numbers are very small and they get blurry on me. I got old nigga eyes. Uh, so y'all got to read for me. How many people in here? I can't even see how many people in here. It look like, is it 500 or 600 people? Lord. Let me get my brother Afro Elite in here. All right. Brother Afro Elite, man. Hop on, sir. I'm good, man. How are you, brother?
Meth must be popping tonight because they out here on
Yes, it is.
some other type of stuff.
Heavy. Well, they heavy with the meth tonight, man.
Yeah, for real. But I wanted to say on the topic, the Juneteenth being co-opted. I don't know if you were aware there was a thing in South Carolina where they had a like a flyer, a flagpole flyer of Juneteenth, and they had a white couple on it. And
Oh, I heard about
yeah,
that.
yeah. So, and the story behind that was, oh, we don't want Juneteenth to feel like it's specifically for Black Americans. We want Juneteenth to be a everybody type of celebration. So they're pretty much all lives mattering Juneteenth.
Right.
And notice with the other lady from I think she was Nigerian, right, who won that award for Juneteenth. What they're trying to do, what I'm thinking they're trying to do is they're trying to like all lives matter Juneteenth because you can't, because we know Juneteenth is about slavery, the end of slavery.
Right.
And if they
Right.
all lives matter it, then it doesn't really become about slavery because everybody wasn't a
Slavery.
slave, you know?
Right. So yeah, I think that was very deliberate. They got that African lady in there because she wasn't going to talk about slavery and tell the truth about it. She just started making up some stuff about Juneteenth, and we're like, "What the hell?" And that's very deliberate. But thank you so much, brother. Let me get this other person in here. Shanita,
Trinita.
Shanita, how are you, ma'am?
I'm awesome. I'm awesome. I'm over here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, pissed
Uh-oh.
because they our colors, they can't get the colors right on Juneteenth. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yes. They're trying to red, black, and blue and RBG it and all of these other non-FBA colors. Is there a Juneteenth celebration happening out there next week?
Oh yes. We've had it for the last couple of years. And of course, the first couple of years were a Pan-African theme. And I was outraged. But I'm only one a woke person or aware person in this city, it seems like.
Wow. All right, well there it is. Thank you so much, beloved. All right, let's get Humble.
Hey Tariq, great to connect with you.
What's up, Humble?
Hey Tariq, great to connect with
What's
you.
up, Humble?
Hey, can you hear me, Tariq?
I can hear you, brother.
Hey,
You what's your name, sir? Humble, what's your name?
my name is Vikas. I'm from Singapore. Okay.
Okay.
Mumble is my pseudo name. I've been humbled.
Humble Bumble.
Yeah, I've been humbled by my wife and my boss, and I mumble,
There you go.
and I mumble just to stay relevant.
There you go.
Okay.
So what's on your mind, Humble Bumble?
Okay, so I was hearing I would say this very interesting topic about white supremacy, and you were making all the points. Well, I can see that Jeff was trying to cover, dodge, and do everything that he would or any white supremacist would try to do. Well, I want to just say one thing, and I'll make 2 points. Yeah, just bear with me for the first one. Have you
Okay.
have you eaten a sweet called jalebi?
Have I eaten
A
what?
sweet called jalebi. Any one of you has eaten a sweet called jalebi?
Jalebi. No, I haven't had that.
Okay. So the problem I have is when I am Twitter, I basically send a tweet. It takes couple of minutes or sometimes an hour for the tweet to be actually published. You guys any time face it any time? Maybe it's white man supremacy. I don't know what is it. I try to send out a tweet.
Dude,
Yeah.
are you smoking some Singapore meth? What are you smoking over there, man?
I'm talking about jalebi. Jalebi is a sweet.
Is,
Jalebi.
is that what they call crack over there? Jalebi?
Yeah, jalebi is a
Yeah.
sweet. Jalebi is a sweet, which
Okay.
is
Okay. Yeah.
very it's
Sweet
like
crack.
around. Sorry.
Some sweet Singapore crack. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
man. Get your ass out of here. What the hell are you talking about? What is he talking about? Were y'all following what he's talking about? He lost me. Man, if you don't get in that damn Uber and deliver them damn Chipotle meals, what the hell are you talking about, dude? Oh, Lord, 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 Lord. Is it the crack? Is it the crack? Okay, let's see who else we got, because we got a lot of folks. Raise your, Giselle, Lord. All right, y'all raise your hand if y'all want to get on. There's a lot of people in here. Just throw them hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. How many people we got in here? Like, we got damn near 700 people in the middle of the night. Let's get Moors in here. Let's get Moors in here. Hop on, sir. All right. I can hear you, man. What's going
Perfect.
on?
Yeah, it's great to finally speak on one of your spaces. I've been in a few of them. Kind of a big fan. I recently watched the buck breaking documentary, and yeah, I
Yes.
was curious. Like, has the phenomenon of buck breaking occurred at any other time period in history, or is it something that's unique to North America and the African slave trade?
Well, if you watched the movie, you would know that. Did you really watch the
I
movie?
got about 90 minutes in, to be honest, but I had to stop. But like, I was just kind of curious about that. Like, if you had evidence of it occurring anywhere else.
I don't think you watched
I
it.
did. I saw that the white female slave, the slave owners' wives were raping the the slaves.
Because, okay, that came later in the movie.
Okay.
It took us about an hour to get to that. Because in the movie, we go way back into Europe society and talk about the homoerotic culture within Greco-Roman society. Did you see that part?
It's been a few months. I'll be honest. Like,
Right.
yeah.
You didn't see
I did.
it.
I
It
just
didn't see
cited part of it. Like, I'm a
it.
fan, dude. I'm not.
That you no, I think you saw a clip on
No, 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 no,
4chan
no,
or
no.
something. You didn't
You
show
won't
you.
sound like a fan, white
I watched
boy.
about like
You won't
no.
sound
I
like a
watched
fucking
about at
fan.
least like 90 or 40 minutes of it. Like
I don't believe. Yeah, I think you probably saw a clip or two
no, no,
somewhere.
no.
But we did
Tariq,
talk. We talk about.
I think this white boy just trying to troll you because your sister married a white man.
I just had a
Okay,
genuine question. That was all.
hold on. I got it. I got
Yeah,
it.
you sound like you
Hold
trolling though,
I'm not
bro.
trying to
yeah,
troll.
I'm gonna let you troll in the chat. This is hold on, Chad. Slow down, Chad. Let me deal with him.
Okay.
I deal with your trolling. All right, but Morris, watch the movie for real. There's a lot of good game in the movie. Watch the movie, and you will enjoy the movie, Morris. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you.
All right, so now
Yo, Morris, I got a question though.
hold on, Chad. Chad. Now
Okay. Well,
this is the
the other guy from Singapore, hold on, he was saying jelly bean. He just retarded and don't fucking pronounce shit.
okay. Now this is where have you been? This is a white boy who pretends to be black, by the way. So he's in a trailer.
Nah, I'm a real black boy.
No, you're not, man. You're a white man in a trailer park with a hot meth pipe sitting on the stove right now.
Nigga, I
Will
do
you?
cocaine. I don't do meth. I
Right.
just snort lines,
All
bro.
right. I was trying to not. I wasn't gonna put all your business out there in the streets, but
No, I'm putting it out there, bro. I just do blow. I don't fucking do meth.
there you go. So, how are things going in white supremacist society? Are the trailer parks safe? I know you're somewhere in New York, and they got them fires going
Nah,
on.
bro. I'm in Palo Alto, man. I live like Silicon Valley. I'm not.
No, I swore you told me you were in New York last time, and I know they got them.
No, I didn't, dude. What?
They got them Canadian fires, and I don't want that to mess your meth up. You spend way too much money on that meth, and I don't want your stash to burn up. So, are you okay?
I've never told anybody I'm in New York. What?
I could have swore you were somewhere in upstate New York. I could have
No,
swore.
I think you're just getting me confused for somebody else. Honestly, nah.
You white supremacists, I get mixed up with y'all. So you out here in California?
Yeah, I'm in Palo Alto.
There you go, my man.
Yeah,
You
it's
got
pretty chill. You ever been over there?
Yeah, I've been to Palo Alto before. Yeah, I've been out there.
Hell yeah,
My man.
like it. It's a
All
good
right.
place.
Yes,
I
it
was
is.
gonna say though, and this is like the weird thing. There's there's a lot of shit with Twitter community notes. Have you seen these?
Yeah. They try to put notes on people's posts to try to discredit them when I put them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what they're trying to do with that, right?
What are they trying to do?
They're trying to outsource the censorship. So like Elon took over,
Right.
reinstated a lot of people's accounts, and then they introduced community notes as a way to circumvent the company like cutting people's tongues out. Now they're just trying to get it to be crowdsourced and get like everybody to kind of like vote on who they want to be silenced.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very sneaky trick,
Right. That's
Yeah, but the one thing I did want to point out too, and this is something I like to talk about a lot, is when the IRS was created?
Yeah, it was created. Wasn't it created on Jekyll Island?
Well, yeah, but 1863, and then slavery was abolished 1865.
Mm-hmm.
So they implemented the system to tax all American citizens before they let the black people free.
Yeah. Yes, real heavy stuff, man. Real heavy stuff. But thank you so much.
Crazy, man.
Let me get Black Alpha on here, my FBA brother, Black Alpha Network.
What's going on, brother Tariq? How you doing, family?
I'm good, Black Alpha. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm doing good. They got the mayonnaise, the meth pipes, and the bland mashed potatoes out tonight, family. So I don't know what's going on in the world, brother. But to the topic, family, I do believe they're trying to co-opt Juneteenth. I remember last year when I would get on Google, they would have the RBG colors. Now, the dominant society has never embraced that RBG flag until we embrace the FBA flag.
Right.
Now, all of a sudden, now they want to do that. So they're trying to turn it into Tether-teenth, All Lives Matter-teenth, POC-teenth, but we just got to keep it FBA all day, every day, family. And that's all. Salute to you, family.
Man, much respect. Thank you so much, brother. Oh, man. Giselle. Lord, why are you giving people the thumbs down, Giselle? All right. We got a lot of folks in here. And by the way, speaking of Juneteenth, we have Juneteenth celebration. Good food, complimentary food, nice vibe at the Hidden History Museum next Saturday, not tomorrow, but next Saturday. Go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com to get tickets to join us. We've got a lot of great comics that's going to be there. It's going to be a real nice vibe. Y'all need to come on through. It's going to be popping, ladies and gentlemen. You got to come on through. This is April Showers. I ain't seen April Showers in here in a long time. What's going on, April Showers? April Showers. Hop on, April Showers. April, you want to turn your microphone on? And Giselle, why do you keep giving the thumbs down? April? Hey, April. All right, April. April ain't trying to say nothing.
Oh, no, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. I can hear you.
All right, it's my bad. I had got something. But anyway, peace, power, and reparations to the people. I came up here because I wanted to share in the Jumbotron because there is an issue with Juneteenth. It's definitely being co-opted. It's been happening for quite some time now. We've kind of been just going along to get along. We've all been black. We've all kind of been in that stance for quite some time, and we're actually arising up out of that space. So if you do see any Juneteenth violations, there is a form for that. We are contacting those places. We're contacting those businesses. We're contacting those corporate entities. We will be boycotting and actually standing against them even after Juneteenth, right? So if you're not going to respect us, if you're going to continue to spit on the ancestors of the graves, of our ancestors' graves, then we're going to continue to get a little bit louder, and we're going to get a little bit more egregious if we must, right? Because Juneteenth has to do with the ancestors out of Texas. It don't have to do with even with all y'all Black American Negroes. It has to do with honoring what happened to a specific group of people out of Texas. And if people are not going to honor and actually celebrate Black Americans, as we have celebrated all melanated people around the world, we have celebrated carnivals, we have celebrated flag days, we have celebrated the people all over this world. And for the one day that we are asking for you to honor and respect our ancestors, for you to do differently, for you to make a flyer that says Juneteenth Caribbean Heritage Day is disrespectful. And so it is just another example of blatant disrespect, disregard for the story of Black Americans in this country and what we have accomplished and what we have gotten through. And so we are not going to allow ethnocide and erasure of who we are to be replaced by anyone who looks like us. So I've put the link in the chat at in the top. Please fill it out if you see anything, because we are making contact, we are making demand letters, and we are actually showing up at people's businesses and events. So I wanted to share that. Thank you.
Thank you, beloved. All right. Let's get what's your name? The Daisy Stormer. Turn your microphone on.
Hi.
The Daisy.
Yeah. Hi. Thanks for bringing me up. I appreciate that.
Yes. No.
Listen, I am totally on board with everything you guys say. If you guys would just stop being 13% who commit 60% of the crime. Otherwise, I'm totally on board with all this.
Oh, so why do you think we commit all that crime, man? What is that about? Why what's wrong with us? Why do you think we create these crimes?
I mean, there are a lot of reasons, and I don't
like what? Give us one. Give us one, sweetie. Go ahead.
I mean, genetically, you guys are more inclined to be more aggressive,
Oh,
low impulse type. That's just the genetic reasons. We could get in.
so like so
We could get in.
so let's stay with the genetics, because that I've heard something like that before. Is it something in the brain? What specifically is it about the genetic? What's the gene that creates the violence, ma'am?
Let me clarify. Actually, I want to say first of all, a lot of people would say, "Well, that's racist." Listen, I don't think there's anything. Hold on.
Daisy, let's slow down. Slow down. Let's slow down. All right, slow down, because you're trying to jump all over the place. I'm not even disagreeing with you, ma'am. Just slow down. Let's just stick to a topic, though. I would like, if you say something and I ask you to elaborate, just don't go jump to another topic. Just stick with your topic. I'm not disagreeing with you. You might be onto something, Daisy. By the way, Daisy, where you from, by the way, ma'am? Where you from?
I am from the South.
Right. I kind of hear Midwestern accent.
No,
though.
I'm from the deep South, but I have a Canadian history family wise. Yeah,
Right.
so I'm from the deep
hear
South.
That. Okay, but what part of Europe did your family come from?
Well, I'm only half white, or like 60% white. They came from England, France, that area. The rest of mine is Native American.
Oh Lord. Oh God. Okay. Well, are you Cherokee?
No,
you're Cherokee.
no. More along the lines of Aztec, Mexican, Indian.
Oh, so you're Hispanic?
No, because Hispanic, if you look at that implies like Spaniard. I have 0% Spaniard. I'm just Native American from
Okay, because when
Central
you're talking,
America.
okay, yeah, Central America, that's Spanish,
No, it's
ma'am.
not. No, because Hispanic implies that the natives mixed with the Spaniards who invaded. My family genetically doesn't have any Spaniard in us. We don't speak Spanish either. We speak a local dialect.
Uh-huh. Because you're talking about Aztecs. How would you get up here? How did y'all get to Alabama, or wherever you're from in the South, or Canada? How did
Unironically, the white side of my family came over from England and France, immigrated to Canada, came down to the South. My Mexican side, you could call. I don't even like saying Mexican. My indigenous side.
Right, you told the truth. You're
No,
Mexican.
I'm
You
not.
told the truth. But go
That's
ahead.
just the
Go ahead.
easiest way to say it.
No,
I'm
Mexican.
not
You're
Mexican,
right.
because Mexican, again, that implies that I was that my family was breeding with the colonizers, which they weren't.
But they came from the area known as Mexico. When you say
Correct.
this is,
They came from,
watch
yes, they were the indigenous people.
Mexican.
Yes.
You're Mexican,
No, I'm
sweetie.
not. I
You're
mean, if
Mexican.
you want to use incorrect, terms, then yes, I guess I'm Mexican.
But denying being Mexican,
I'm
calling it
not
something else.
Mexican.
All right. It wasn't.
I'm
It's
Native
not Aztec.
American. That's what I am.
Right. Right. You're Native Mexican. But go ahead, sweetie. Go ahead,
I'm
beloved.
native
Go
to
ahead.
Mexico, yes.
Right. Right. And which makes you Mexican,
No.
which is fine. I
No.
love Mexican people. Mexican people are phenomenal. But go ahead, ma'am.
Anyway, no,
Feliz
listen. Part of what I was gonna elaborate, and I was gonna say, I actually think.
So and let's slow down, because what's interesting, but you said that black people, we got a problem with 13% of the population and we're so violent. But ma'am, you're a Mexican woman and y'all have drug cartels killing people left and right. So is there something wrong with you genetically too? Do we share the same gene? I mean, what's happening?
No. Let's keep it on topic. Again, we're
Because y'all
talking
got
about
the
that.
violence, your lineage, there's a lot of violence from your lineage, ma'am.
Okay,
that really
sure.
topples out. Right?
I mean, that comes from corrupt politics. Y'all's comes from like anywhere y'all go, it just sucks.
Corrupt politics. So with us, it's genetics, but the violence from your homeland is just corrupt politics, right?
Yes.
Got it. So corrupt politics make people behead people and chop their arms off and
yeah, because that's not like they're not like invading other countries and doing that like at that same rate. But if
Right.
you wouldn't
Well,
get off topic, which I understand is hard for
black
you,
people aren't doing it
my
either, man.
entire point is I don't believe it's particular even, that's what I was trying to get away from was not
You're trying to get away from
racism, but it's
your
listen,
lineage. You're
what
trying.
it is, it's culturalism. I'm a culturalist. And I don't
Uh,
particularly actually think it's necessarily like because the color of your skin makes you violent, which there are, like, depending on who you listen to, like historians and whatnot and anthropologists, that there's an argument to be made. But I really think it's black culture that we need to stray away from.
oh, okay. Um, okay. But El Chapo is a part of your culture and has way more violence than anything in black culture. There's no
That's a
black person.
very small, like, part. Like, it's like
No, it's
it
not.
is a very small part.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
it is. It actually, that's one
Ma'am,
man.
the drug cartels and the murder cartels is not a small part. It's so bad to the point where they have to issue tourist warning advisories to go down there. There's a reason why your family and your people are running to get the hell out of there,
Well,
ma'am. That's
again,
not a
first of
small
all, I'm
part.
not Mexican, so
Ma'am, that's where your lineage comes from. You're talking
it comes
about
from
you
that
come
country, but genetically, I'm not related to
right,
those people.
right, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, that's your lineage, ma'am. You're just denying that. You're denying that when you're trying to throw back to some Aztec,
Dude,
ma'am. It's
there's
Mexico.
a saying that every day a new racist is made, and I feel like people like you are the reason why.
Who am I racist against, ma'am?
I didn't say you are racist against anybody. I said you are the type of person who creates new racists
How so?
by being ignorant.
To what? What am I ignorant
Oh
to?
my
What don't I?
goodness, this is a losing battle right here.
He's the
You,
modern
Man,
day MLK.
hold on, sir. Hold on, sir. Just calm down. I'm talking to a senorita right now. I'm talking to her, getting her packed up and straight.
not even the same language that my family speaks, but
I I know, ma'am. I know you're native to something. But yeah, ma'am, you're just denying your Mexican heritage. You shouldn't be ashamed of your Mexican heritage, ma'am.
I'm
There's
not Mexican, so there's that.
yeah, ma'am. If you're not Aztec,
Yo, we're not in the
because the
deep state. Like, we're not in, like, Mississippi.
ma'am,
You don't got to keep going.
ma'am,
Oh,
you're not
Miss
as
Daisy. Like, damn, dude.
ma'am, ma'am. Margarita, you're not Aztec. The Aztecs were conquered by the Spaniards, ma'am. You're not
Miss
Aztec, ma'am.
Daisy. Just,
They
you know
were,
what? Why don't you just refer to me as Miss Daisy from now on if you're going to keep going with the ma'am bullshit?
ma'am. I'm not going to call you no Miss Daisy. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do
I'll
that,
take
ma'am.
massa as well.
No, I won't do that, ma'am. How about Karen? All right, is Karen a good
That's
one?
actually,
You like that?
that is good because that's actually a white slur. So I like that one.
You like that one because you're trying to deny your Hispanic background. You're ashamed of your abuela down there because you probably got somebody black down there in Mexico in your family, and you
Oh,
shouldn't be
no.
ashamed of
Lordy, lordy, lordy.
it. Yes, ma'am, you probably do. You're trying to be a $5 Indian up here, but no,
Oh, man, if I had $1 for every time I got called a $5, I bet you believe black people were the original indigenous people of America, don't you?
they weren't you, ma'am. The indigenous weren't pale skinned people like yourself,
Dude, all right,
ma'am.
hey,
They definitely
everybody
weren't.
listening on this space. Okay, listen, you guys are being put on another space. All you white niggas on the other space listening to me, he just called me white. All right, here we go. Daisy justified.
Pale,
Daisy vindicated.
right. They're not pale skinned like you, ma'am. They were not pale skinned like you. And you are a white Hispanic, and there's nothing wrong with that. There are some
I'm
wonderful white
objectively
Hispanic.
not Hispanic, but keep going.
Man, you got you got J Lo, you got Ricky Martin. There's you got Tito Puente. Beautiful, phenomenal people within your culture, ma'am. Why don't you have respect for your culture? I do. I love your
That's
culture.
not my culture.
Ma'am, I was just at Chipotle earlier. I freaking love your culture, ma'am. You shouldn't be ashamed of your culture. You have a rich, vibrant culture. There's so many phenomenal people in your culture,
Nigga,
ma'am.
what is going on here?
Ma'am. And by the way, Daisy, you sound like an older white woman. How old are you? What, 40 something? Or you just
56. I'm 56.
50? 50 say, okay, so you're an OG. You're an
Yeah,
OG.
yeah.
Oh, so when you were younger, how much soul pole were you getting when you were in college?
Oh, smoking that black pipe every day.
Let's be clear. Let's keep it a buck. You were getting piped down by the brothers, weren't you, back in the day? Let's keep it a buck.
Oh man.
Daisy, are we gonna keep it a buck tonight?
Listen. I'm trying not to go full neo-Nazi on you. Please don't do this.
Daisy. You were getting piped down by the brothers back in the day, weren't you?
Back in like 1976, I guess. Maybe back in 1976.
Right. How many? Just throw a
Maybe
number.
like
You ain't got to tell all.
47, 48, maybe.
No. Give a real number. You didn't have that much.
No. Hey, listen. Back in the 70s, we was kangs. We was crazy.
Well, if you were doing all that in the 70s, you can't be 56. You got to be much older than that.
No. In the 70s, I was like 8 years old getting piped down by niggas.
Okay, no. That was from white daddy doing that.
It was niggas
perverted.
for sure.
No. It was your perverted dad doing that. So you probably were doing your thing back in the 90s, the 80s and 90s.
No. It's 70s for sure.
And with a lot of the white supremacist women, when you get older, then you all of a sudden you want to turn into the neo-Nazi with all them Negro dingaling ghost in your life. But that's okay. We'll keep those secrets to the grave. But anyway, Daisy, let me get this. I got another suspected white supremacist I want to get on. But anyway, Daisy,
thank you
so
time.
much.
I appreciate it, Tariq.
Thank you. Adios, amigos.
Gracias.
All right. Yes, indeed. She tried to deny her Hispanic heritage. Now, what's your name? Notorious?
Yeah, I can go by that, Tariq. Yeah. How's it going? The first time caller, long time listener, big fan.
There you go. Now, where are you with this accent? Are you from Scotland? Where the hell are you from?
No,
with this accent?
I'm from Australia, down under.
Oh, there it is. So, what's on your mind, man?
Yeah, I was just gonna, say big ups, holding it down for Juneteenth. You guys, FBAs, real FBAs, definitely, deserve a holiday, and got to stop these Tethers from co-opting it. So big shout out there. But I was just going to add to Miss Daisy's sort of point about, she brought up the whole, 13 does 50 or whatever percent sort of thing, and you're sort of asking her to explain why she thinks that black people would commit so much crime. But I would say it might be something to do with why they're so good at things like sports and music and entertainment. They've got sort of like a vitalism about them. They're very high energy, and that sort of stuff would probably come in handy when you're doing maybe like carjackings or doing armed robberies. You got to be on your feet and have your wits about you, sort of thing. So I think that might be like an explanation. So.
Oh, okay. So yeah, just high energy. Got it.
Yeah,
so how come?
Because Asians, they're not very, they're very timid, and they're not really, they don't have that sort of physical prowess about them, and that's why they would maybe not be, capable of doing the same level of crimes that black people do. That it's just a theory,
Right.
sort of thing. So,
right. So, why aren't you white supremacists? Why aren't you high energy with your birth rates? How come your birth rates are so low energy? How's that working?
I don't know. Probably just care about the environment. There's too many people on the planet anyway, so we don't really need any more people.
Right. Because them birth rates are not high energy at all for the white supremacists, boy. Your birth rates are struggling, boy. Y'all got them struggles.
Yeah, well, there's already 7 billion people on the planet, so we don't really need any more.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's looking bad, man. Y'all kind of down bad, man. Y'all need some of that high energy.
I don't think so. I think because with the white population is the highest it's ever been in world history. So
Oh no, it's not, sir. You guys are like,
it is. It's like it's the world population like 200 years ago was like 1 billion. Now it's 7 billion. There's a
dude. You got the white supremacists, man. You guys are like what 8% of the global population. It's not too.
But what I meant was like go back hundreds of years. There's a lot more white people now than there was hundreds of years ago. That's my point.
Not percentage wise.
Well, it doesn't really matter like what the percentage is.
Well, it kind of does because you're like you have a negative birth rate right now, right?
That just means the population's slowly going to decrease. It doesn't really mean anything, to be honest.
Then why are you white panicking though. Yeah, it does mean something. Those
I'm
white
not
birth.
panicking.
Yeah, a lot of you guys are. A lot of you guys
Well,
are.
maybe they're just paranoid, and maybe they should stop. They
You
should stop panicking.
well, they're getting into cloning, and y'all
Tariq, you got to watch
make,
out for those the white supremacist clones. They're going to be making androids like the clone army in Star Wars. You know, that's what.
right. That's the thing, because you're over there in Australia, and as a white supremacist, I don't want you to make a white supremacist robot, and I got to deal with the smell, and you got meth, and
It
li-
runs off nothing but meth and
yeah,
unseasoned mashed potato.
right. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gonna have these robots with robotic headlights, and the headlights is gonna be radioactive. So I don't know what the hell y'all gonna have for us. So y'all got to get that shit together, man. And worrying about us and our hyperactive genes. And yeah, we're about to have radioactive mayonnaise and shit like that. That's going to be like vibranium. Y'all got this special mayonnaise that y'all got that's in the Caucasus Mountains that you got to mine for. And they already found an alien over there in Nevada. And
Oh yeah.
I think
Do you reckon white people might be aliens? Is that it?
the alien was, I heard the alien was looking for the mayonnaise to fuel their flying saucers. So they were looking for the white people. And y'all got all the mayonnaise. So they're like, hey, we need to use the mayonnaise as transmission fluid for our spaceships. And they're asking the brothers, and we don't have it.
But
We're all
I'll tell you the craziest thing about white people's cooking. They'll put all this crazy stuff. They'll put raisins and like all this weird fruit and salads and things like that. Do you think that's strange?
Oh yeah, I mean, you guys didn't really know how to eat that well in Europe. It was black people like the Moors who had to come in there and tell you how to and teach you how to eat properly, because y'all had a history of just kind of throwing all your food together. You look at those old
Yeah,
films, those
that's
old
what
images.
to be honest, that's what I still do. Like whatever I just got in the kitchen, I just get out a bowl and I just mix it a big bowl of slop.
Yeah, yeah, I know y'all do that now. Y'all eat the meat raw and all that. Your white supremacists, y'all are very filthy with the way you eat. Y'all just take a steak out the freezer and rinse it off and just
Stop, man! You're making me
cook
hungry,
it.
man. I
I
haven't
know
had my
this. I
lunch
know.
over here yet.
Oh, I know you're just rubbing your belly right now. Yeah. So yeah, y'all eat real crazy. So we had to come in and teach you how to cook the food and season it and eat a salad beforehand and all that shit. So you're gonna be all right, man. All right. Anyway, man, you have a good night, and
You
um,
too, Tariq. Happy Juneteenth.
yes, indeed, and leave them koalas alone over there. Don't be up here molesting koalas. All right. Okay. A lot of folks in here. Boy, the white supremacists in here heavy. A lot of these white supremacists in here. Y'all hear my dog snoring in the damn back, man. What's up, NYCT? What's up, all the phenomenal sisters in here? Shout out to all the brothers in here. The FBA family. Shout out to all the non-FBA people. I'm just looking down the line. I see you, Miss CC. Yeah, I see everybody in here. We are heavy in here tonight. Damn, we got damn near 800 people in here. What y'all doing up this late? Chopping it up with me? Y'all need to go watch the movie American Maroon if you have not seen the movie American Maroon. That's a phenomenal movie at American-Maroon.com. American-Maroon.com. All right, let's get NF Kush. MF Kush. Let's get MF Kush in here. What's going on with it?
Oh, hello, Tariq. How are you? Thank you for hosting this space. I did just want to say real quick that it is unfortunate that anytime that we do anything that uplift our specific ethnic group, they try to shit on it and they always try to co-opt it and make it seem to turn into something that it never was. But I actually came up here to say to Daisy, honey, let me explain something to you real quick. You don't even have no lips. You got 2002 hair. You probably built like a 12-year-old boy. You got duck feet. Don't ever feel like you can
Uh,
ever call somebody no nigga in no space. That is hella disrespectful. And why you want to sit up here and call people names? Your tan is horrible, dear. Thank you, Tariq. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, Daisy, she was having an identity crisis. She didn't want to acknowledge her Hispanic background. They always try to do that, trying to claim Aztec. Please The Aztecs got up out of here by the Spaniards, dude. What's your name? Smurf?
Smurfism.
Smurf?
Yep, Smurfism.
Smurfism. What's up, Smurfism?
I didn't really have anything to say about your views on, American racial history and stuff. I don't really want to touch all that because it's obvious you got a well-developed point there. I'm not going to try to act like I'm going to change your opinion on that,
Right.
Um, just
It's
had,
true. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, just had a few things to say about just general European historical knowledge, things like Greco-Roman homoeroticism. That claim has been largely debunked. I mean, you can look into it and stuff. There was cases of pederasty among Greece, but they were largely, if you look at it, looked down upon by not only the most of the populace, but also
Dude.
most of the elites in the populace as well. I just want to
And,
say that homoeroticism really wasn't a foundational piece of either of those cultures whatsoever. It was anything looked down upon.
dude, if you go to Greece now, I'm talking now. Me and my wife went to Greece a couple of years ago. They got images and pictures and tourist memorabilia of that homoerotic engagement now. They still have it up there. That's a normalized part of the culture. I'm saying if you go to like a 7-Eleven there, they got pictures of dudes bent over. That even the term having anal sex, they call it Greek. That's how ingrained in Greek society it is, sir. So what you said was unfortunately emphatically false, sir.
I wouldn't agree with that. If you look at views of philosophers such as Aristotle, he considers homosexuality disgusting and undermining to the Republic. I mean, there's a number of other people I can
Dude,
source throughout Greek society who looked down upon it, held great influence in the matter.
them Greek dudes had little boys left and right. Alexander the Great was a big old queen. Dude, it just goes down the line. And then we can get over to Rome. They were doing the same thing in Rome. The Roman Empire, Caligula, these people were freaks over there, man. You look at some of the paintings and the artwork, they had dick everywhere on everybody, dude. Come on, man. The artwork is still there. You can go into the museums and see these people freaking off on each other and other dudes. It was very much ingrained, sir. The images are there. See, that's the thing. They made images of this stuff that you can see. So that was a part of the culture. And then when they engaged with people who are non-white, they went overboard with the sexual exploitation. And also going back to Greco-Roman culture, look at the Catholic Church and the Vatican and all of that stuff, and look at all of the um, homoerotic pedophile cases that's going on. They have to have meetings to stop these damn Catholic priests from messing with boys now. So, dude, that's a part of the culture, man. That goes back a long time, and it's still alive right now.
Yeah, I'd just like to add that Catholic slash Vatican culture, anything related to Christianity in general, couldn't really be considered quote unquote European. It's more Semitic, Abrahamic in nature.
Oh, dude, they weren't the Semitic people weren't doing what they were doing in Europe. They weren't doing like that. The Europeans, the white supremacists get the religion and then they flip it and do something else with it, sir. So let's be very, very
Well, I
concise.
won't deny that Semite religion in Europe has done things that I don't agree with. I don't like Semitic religion in Europe.
And the thing is, man, a lot of the principles of Christianity, it was coming out of Africa, and the African people weren't doing none of that old freaky, crazy stuff. So, a lot of it had to do with a lot of the European temperament at the time. So, it is what it is. But go ahead.
And now I know you're going to greatly disagree with this one, but there's been a number of genealogical studies done that show that while there were black members among Moor society, Moors were largely Arab Muslim or North African Muslim.
Which isn't Muslim is not a race.
No,
Okay.
yeah, I know. I'm just talking about it was a smaller percentage were black than many people purport.
That's not true, sir. There's a reason why they called them Moors. Moors was a descriptive term. That was what they looked like. If they were Arabs, the word Arab was around. They could have said they were Arabs. They would have said they were Berbers. They were very specific about saying that these were Moors. Not only did they say they were Moors, they were like talking about how black they were. And even in many of the first hand accounts, they went on and on about how black these people were. And even in many of the paintings and the images, they show them as jet black people. That first army came in from Senegal to Morocco over the Strait of Gibraltar into Spain. And again, Moor is basically another word for black. Every variation of the word Moor is black. That's why the Spaniards are darker than most other Europeans and also the southern Italians because the Moors were there. And Sicily, forget about it. The Sicilians are damn near just really a fixed race of mulatto people because of the Moors. So
It's funny you mentioned Sicilians because that's actually what my point was going to. I won't deny that the Almohads occupying Spain were, to a degree, mostly sub-Saharan. I'm not denying that. But Moors in other parts of Europe, such as the Eastern Mediterranean, we see more North African or Arab admixture, and that's proven just by genealogical studies of modern-day Sicilians. They are, on average, anywhere from 10% Levantine or possibly Arab as well, but you won't really see a lot of African admixture in Sicilians.
But to be an Arab, you have to have African bloodlines. A lot of the Arabs are phenotypically black. See, they throw these words out here that's supposed to mean one thing, but there are black ass Arabs, dude. You had Arabs like Tipu Tip, who was on the east side of Africa in Zanzibar. These people who identify as Arabs who are jet black. So the word Arab doesn't get you away from blackness, though. So let's be very words.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, if you look at Homo erectoid admixture in Arabs and Neanderthals.
You remember when the white supremacists were going around calling Obama an Arab? They were saying Obama was an Arab. Remember when the white supremacists were saying that when he was in office? So yeah,
I don't really care about what dumbass 2000s racist Southerners have to say about a guy who was black. He was half black.
Yes,
and his middle name was Hussein, and they took it as Arab. And, that's just them being stupid. I won't deny that.
No, it's the same thing back in those days, too. There were black Arabs. There's a reason why, and I've been over there to all over the Middle East. There's black Arabs all over the place. So the Moors were black. I think psychologically, the white supremacists don't like to believe. Well, they know it's true. They just don't want us to know that it was black people who saved the Europeans because you guys were dying off in Europe at the time. The Justinian plague almost killed you, and then later the Black Plague almost killed you. And it was the black Moors who came in and literally saved you from dying off in Europe, right?
Well, they didn't save the Northern Europeans of anything, really. The Northern Europeans persisted without much black influence, basically their whole history. Mediterranean Europeans, we saw Almohad invasions in Spain and parts of southern Italy, but it didn't really involve much for medical advancements or anything of that matter to help with the plague. And large leading, I would say, quote-unquote, figureheads of the Islamic golden era of medicine were mostly Persians, not Africans.
Sir, the Moors, when they were up there, the Moors were running those universities in Cordoba and Toledo. In fact, some of those northern Europeans, especially from England, they would go down to study at those universities. That's where they were getting all the knowledge from. That's where they were getting all of the medical information from. That medical information spread all over Europe. So it wasn't just in one place. So when you say the Northern Europeans didn't benefit, oh, they absolutely did. Because again, the Europeans were almost about to die off. They were dying by like 5,000 to 10,000 people a day dying in Europe at one point. And they stopped soon after the Moors came. That Justinian plague, that first plague, stopped in around 725. The Moors came in 711, a decade before, and they were bringing in alcohol and elixirs and different types of medicines and teaching people how to bathe. So yeah, you're welcome. You got to give props to the Black Moors, sir.
I can't give props to the Moors for the success of Northern Europeans. I simply cannot. You can't deny that Slavic peoples in Eastern Europe, Baltic peoples who were still in a largely tribal stage, Magyars in Hungary, along with Finno-Ugric peoples in Finland, had no influence whatsoever by the Moors and still were able to live through Justinian plagues, bubonic plagues, and whatsoever. I won't deny that maybe the, cultural unity of the Muslim world was able to produce medical advancements at the time that were beneficial to those that they were occupying. but it's silly to say that all of Europe as a whole was saved by one small portion of it being invaded by Muslims.
Yeah, that influence was very great. And you're talking about those little small pockets of barbaric tribes, because they were very barbaric up there in North.
Barbaric tribes that live to this day.
Well, they were struggling up there. Bluetooth and those guys. That's where they get the name Bluetooth. His name was Bluetooth. He codified. Which name was it? Which one of those nations did he codify? It was one of those, a couple of those nations. I forgot which one it was. Some of these white supremacists, they all just kind of blend in with me. But his name was Bluetooth. That was his nickname, and they called him Bluetooth because his teeth was fucked up, and they didn't have good dental care. They didn't have good.
You'd be talking about he was a Norwegian king, I believe.
Right. And the kings and the queens were living in barns. They were sleeping with animals. This is how they were living when they were up there on their own during these plagues. This is where chicken pox and all of these weird diseases came from. And again, these things were cured specifically because the Moors went in there bringing in different types of medicines and elixirs and alchemy and all types of other things to save Europe. And that spread all over Europe, not just in the Iberian Peninsula. It traveled all over Europe. And it was the Moors who ushered the whole Renaissance era in too. So we got to give them props on that.
I'm sorry. I mean, it's simply a matter of disagreement between you and I would have to do more research on it. But
Yes.
to a degree, confident that many accomplishments, mostly mathematical, but I imagine due to the fact that there are of similar nature, mathematics and the medical field, that it was largely Persians and Indo-Iranians that were accomplishing great strides of the quote-unquote advancement in the Muslim world.
No, well, no, it was the black Moors coming in there. That's why those terms, the word "al" and even the word alcohol, "al," all of these. You notice these words with the prefix "al." That was the black Moors bringing that in. Speaking of mathematics, algebra. They were bringing that in, bringing this advanced mathematics in there. These were the black teachers. You had black teachers like Ziriab, who was a jet black man, who was teaching culinary skills. He was a celebrity in Moorish Spain. Very well-known people, and they were described. Ziriat means blackbird. They called him Blackbird because he was so dark and he was a good singer. So when you look at first-hand accounts, they specified what the people looked like, and they kept talking about how black they were. So these were black people. Now, you can play the Persian game, but there were some black Persians who kind of moseyed over in there. There were even black Jewish people who went into Spain. You had Eldad the Danite, who was a black Jewish man from East Africa who became a celebrity in medieval Spain at the time. So yeah, talking about all of these other ethnic religious groups, you're still not getting away from blackness. They were still Moors. They were still black. Moor doesn't just mean religion. Moor is a descriptive term because there were Christian Moors as well. So we got to understand that part of the game.
Right, yeah, I understand that part. I was just saying that I felt that addressing the accomplishments of, you can't address quote unquote Moors without addressing the fact that they were largely part of more a unified Muslim world than Europe was at the time. I think it's
right. They were. Now
yeah.
That's true because Islam was a relatively new religion. So they were energized by this new religion and they were going around spreading this new religion all over West Africa. You had, the religious centers in West Africa and the universities in West Africa, and they took it up into Spain. So yeah, that Islamic dynasty, it was a big thing at the time.
Right. All right, so I mean, we largely get that covered, at least both our viewpoints on that. I did have one more question before I go. It's more Stone Age related, and I just had to ask this because you have a greater knowledge on African history. Obviously, I focus on European history because I'm European descended. I mean, that makes sense.
Right.
But I won't lie, I didn't exactly delve on it for hours, but I could not find for the life of me evidence of Atlatl use in Africa, and I just found that strange.
What kind of use?
Atlatl, it's a little instrument used by not only Native American tribes but a lot of Indo-European tribes It was a Stone Age technology that was essentially used to propel javelins further. You would just kind of, it was like a wood block you would cut a jut out of, stick the bottom of the spear into, and then chuck it. And the theory is that the extra lever point was supposed to add more force to it, as it's proven it has.
Okay. So you're saying you don't see any evidence that was in...
I haven't found much evidence, no.
Okay. So I don't understand the whole context of that, other than to slip in spear and chucker within the because I caught that.
No, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, I kind of caught that when somebody says something like a real weird non sequitur. I look at some of the little code words, and I saw the code word you try to throw in there, the word spear and chucker. That's like one of those.
Well, if anything, the quote unquote spear chuckers here were Native Americans and Indo-Europeans. I wasn't getting at Africans at all.
I caught that though, but I caught it. It was you were trying to do some white supremacist trolling, and
if you say so.
I caught it. Yeah, you white supremacists aren't that, you're bright, but I'm on your ass. I caught that. But you tried. At least you tried.
I didn't really try to fit in anything, but if you say so, I'm not going to try to argue with the guy in his own stream.
I know. But listen, I will give you a coupon for Applebee's, and you can get you all the mayonnaise and sauerkraut you want on your next meal. But thank you so much.
This shit again.
Tried to be slick. He tried to make a little slick comment using the word spear and chuck. Yeah, y'all, did you catch that? Some of y'all didn't catch it. I caught it. He thought he was being slick. Oh, these white supremacists, they think they're clever, but I'm on your ass. Okay. Let's get Andres Laurent. I remember you. You've been in here before. Andres Laurent. I remember you. You've been in here before.
Asshole. You brought me down to a listener last time, and I was pissed.
There you go. You're one of these white supremacist
I ain't no
trolls.
fucking white supremacist.
Okay, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Come on, man. Come on, are you? Watch your mouth. Come on, you're not at the trailer bingo game. All right, Andres, you got anything? Okay, your trolling has to be creative. Come on, man. Do you have any creative trolling? I'm gonna give you 2 seconds. Go ahead.
I'm not a troll, asshole. I'm a fake.
Okay, there we go. You didn't upgrade your troll. You didn't upgrade your troll material. All right, let's see. We are in here heavy as we are all the time. All right. Yes, Andres, I got you up out of here. All right, let's get Cosmic L. Let's get Cosmic L in here. What's up, Cosmic L? Cosmic L, where you at?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Cosmic L?
I'm doing great. Very interesting conversation. I came in to you talk about the Moors and African history, and I was curious. I wanted to ask a question.
Go ahead.
So, if you are very aware and knowledgeable of some history, African history, and you're aware that you're real all of these things, why are you anti-African then?
Okay, ma'am, you don't do bad faith. We don't do that. You don't do that. Okay, because that's deceptive. And you don't want to be a stereotype. There's already a very bad stereotype of African immigrants being deceptive. And you don't want to walk into those stereotypes. Don't be deceptive and speak in bad faith, because what you did was a projection. And you know I'm not anti-African. And you saying that is very deceptive. So you don't want to do that. So walk that back. Let's walk that back and ask a real question in good faith, because that's not even a good faith question. Reword that and ask in good faith. Let's try again. Go ahead, dear.
I'm not the one saying anything. I mean, you've been on this particular application for a while now. We've seen your
Right.
engagements, we've seen the posts you promote. There seems to be some sort of agenda, some sort of propaganda that you have to paint Africans to be some sort of, the enemy of Black America when it's not supposed to be so. So in my opinion, I'm like you have one of the biggest platforms that you could use to organize Black people for a good cause. But what do we have here? We see a lot of you post from you trolling Africans, immigrants, saying, calling them Tethers, saying all of these things. So, like, when I was here.
Now, let's slow down. I don't call African immigrants anything. I call disrespectful anti-FBA tethers exactly what they are. You're not going to skip over their actions to point at us. See, y'all got a real bad habit of doing that. Y'all sit here and criticize us for checking the tether class. We check them for a reason. Some people from your background, they come over here and do real disrespectful shit to us, and you overlook them. And then when we check them, you're sitting here talking about we're anti-African or we're xenophobic, but you never talk about the little slick shit that your folks did, and you know they should not have done it because they do the same stuff back in your homeland. And y'all don't like it there, we don't like it. So what makes you think we as foundational Black Americans should take any form of disrespect from people who are not even from our lineage, ma'am?
Well, I agree. I mean, you do what you have to do to protect. But what I wanted to point out is the fact that I feel like as Black people, we should be aware that there are seeds of destruction, seeds of chaos, seeds of confusion that will be sowed amongst us. It happens where I'm from the people. When the enemy is attacking, they don't attack, with their faces. They use our people. So they condition them to behave a certain way. And it comes from all sides. You cannot deny that there are coons in your camp as well. So the bigger picture is
All
we
right,
actually.
let's stop there. See, I won't. We're gonna deal with everything bit by bit. All right, I'm slowing you down. I'm not cutting you off, but I'm just slowing down. Let's deal with everything that you're saying. We do have FBA coons. The thing is, we check them. We're not going to let them run amok internationally so that people from other societies are going to check them. We get our coons packed up. We let people know who the Jesse Lee Petersons are. We let people know who the Diamond and Silks are. We let people know who the coons are over here. So when they walk in the room, we already say, hey, this person, they're going to come out their mouth sideways, but he's a coon, so don't even trip. The problem is you guys don't do that. You don't let us know who the people who are going to undermine us are. You don't let us know. So we have to find out, and then we have to deal with them accordingly, ma'am. So real big difference.
All right. So we're looking at the.
And where are you from in Africa? What part of Africa, ma'am?
I'm in Ghana. We're looking at a continent with 54 countries, right? And you're expecting all of the 54 countries to hold accountable to people that have been conditioned by the people in your close proximity, which are the white people. So that's the thing. You
No,
don't want to address.
no. I want y'all to stop doing that, ma'am.
You'd
Stop,
rather you not address the white
ma'am.
supremacists?
Ma'am,
Are
stop
we not gonna
blaming.
address
No,
the
y'all not going to do that. Stop blaming the white supremacists for making y'all anti-FBA. Let's stop doing that. Y'all stop pretending that y'all turned anti-FBA at the immigration office, because that's been a myth that's been put out there, that y'all get over here and then they take y'all somewhere and then make you anti-FBA. And the anti-FBA sentiments are already there in many pockets of your society. It's already there. There's already in some pockets, let's keep it real, there's a
I was
resent.
born in the 90s, Tariq.
What does that have to do with anything?
2022, 2020, or
What does that
spaces
have
was
to
literally.
what does that have to do with anything, ma'am? What are you talking about?
It was spaces through spaces that I found out that Black Americans feel this way. Ask every African. We are shocked. We are experiencing a culture shock because we had no idea. But I appreciate these things
Wait. You had no idea what, ma'am? What didn't you
that
have?
you guys felt a certain way. Like I said, there
How do we feel? No. What do you mean we feel a certain way? We don't want to be mistreated. But what do you think we feel?
great Tariq, relax.
Ma'am? How do you think foundational Black Americans feel about you and other African people?
So we're complaining about people being used as tools, as coons to do certain things. We're complaining about the tools, but not the people that are using the tools is the conversation I'm trying to have. How are we not going to talk about the people that are orchestrating the events to make it seem like we're against each other, to make it seem like we can't come together, to make it seem like we're supposed to separate? Those are the issues I feel like you should be using your platform to talk about. Why are there so much divisions in this very time when Black people need to be together? Because guess what? White supremacy doesn't delineate, does
Then,
it?
ma'am,
Does
why
white
aren't what,
supremacy delineate?
ma'am? Then why aren't you all together in Africa?
The con
Unmute your mic, ma'am. Go ahead. I want to hear this.
Now, you see, this conversation is very interesting because the continental borders already bound African nations. We already are migrating, trading with each other. But politically, we see that there has been restrictions because guess what? We acknowledge that our leaders are puppets. There is no African anywhere that would deny that we're being controlled, that neocolonialism is a thing. And that's exactly why we're speaking for continental Africans to rise up against our political leaders because we actively want to, affect change instead of blaming, people or, we understand.
So your political leaders are making y'all off code so y'all can't get on code with each other. It's your political leaders doing that, ma'am?
We understand the psychological manipulation is a tool of white supremacy. So, in our music, in our movies, in our education system, our religion, we see tools of mental conditioning being used upon our people. And it's up to some of us to
Then
be
why
aware.
don't y'all break the mental conditioning, ma'am, and get the hell on code? You can't come here telling us we all need to get together and y'all don't get together in your homeland. You're more divided, and I'm just
We're
talking about
actually
Ghana.
very together. I'm in
Hold on.
Ghana. We live.
And I don't even have to go all over Africa. Let's just stick with Ghana and all the different tribal differences in Ghana, man. Let's just stick to Ghana. How come y'all ain't all codified in Ghana? Go ahead, ma'am.
Ghana was created by tribes. Kwame Nkrumah was our leader, the first leader who actually created a very, very amicable environment. You can come to Ghana. Apparently, you have been to Ghana before. Ghana actually is one of the most peaceful places. I don't know what you're saying. West African nations are peaceful. It's only Nigeria that is currently having a culture clash, and we understand what is happening. The divide and conquer rule. Because guess what?
Ma'am,
Nigeria is
ma'am, Ghana ain't that peaceful, especially with foundational Black Americans, ma'am. There are videos out here of foundational Black Americans' properties being pillaged by the people over there. There's been foundational Black Americans trying to repatriate over there, and they've gotten killed. Man, we're not gonna. You
Please
don't.
highlight these issues so we can speak against them because I had no idea. Because last I checked, when you go to places like Accra, Osu, Spintex, there are foundation Black Americans that are living there chilling at the beaches. You can Google their shit, YouTube videos, them doing TikTok, telling people how they're peacefully smoking Ghana weed. You cannot even lie on this shit because Ghana, like you can't lie. It's literally we're here. Ghana, what fights, what tension? I literally live where houses where I am in Ashanti region. We're around. Everybody is living peacefully here in Ghana, right? So this argument that we know we have tribal differences and whatever is a is a psyop, right? Why should people hate each other? And that's why we're having issues with what's happening in Nigeria right now, because it currently is the nation that is trying to do that, a tribal divide. Because guess what? Nigeria has been termed as the African giants. You should understand the things that go on behind these things. If they are targeting an African nation that is termed as an African giant, you should understand that what's happening is a psyop. There is a religious tension, there's a cultural tension, there is a deliberate, effort to break down the Nigerian economy so that these people will be impoverished and their resources would be exploited because they have a lot of oil. Even though they have supplied so much oil, they still have a lot in abundance. So exactly what happens in these places like Libya, Syria, Iraq, and whatever, it's happening in Nigeria. And these are very important conversations I feel you should use your platform to have. Now, why do we have a lot of division amongst Black people, especially in times where white people are uniting? The United States has no business being allies with Ukraine, but guess what? They are shipping Ukrainian immigrants in droves into the United States because guess what? They are preparing for war. They understand there's a cultural war coming. And if you don't use your platform to awaken Black people and let them know that things like Cop City, Ukrainians being trained in the military are happening, things like AFRICOM and Africa are happening, then you're wasting your time, Tariq.
But we wake up our people. We do that. And what happens
when I
is
came in here, you were entertaining white supremacists. So I'm like, why are you using pressure?
entertaining them. What do you mean? I'm debunking the BS they're saying. What do you mean I'm entertaining them? I'm debunking them, ma'am, which is what y'all don't do. When white people show up with you guys, y'all get to dancing and doing your tribal jigs.
Do I sound like somebody who kikis and ha-has?
Yeah. So what do you mean we're entertaining them? I'm debunking their nonsense, ma'am. That's y'all over there who get to entertaining. Y'all entertain them. Y'all sit up there propping them up on your shoulders, walking them around, ma'am. Let's not go there.
You won't see white people in Ghana. I promise you. You will not see.
Please, ma'am, don't say this. Now you selling Wakanda lies. Stop that, ma'am. Don't try to sell the Wakanda.
No, they are here, but the weather doesn't
They
allow
are
them to
there.
stay.
Yes, they
But
are.
you find them in.
Y'all be skinning and grinning. Don't sit up here talking about what y'all ain't gonna do with white people. Y'all treat the white people better than the Black Americans who go over there, ma'am.
Let's be very, very honest.
Ma'am, y'all, I've seen Black Americans go over there and y'all overcharge them for stuff, and white people, you damn near give them stuff for free in Ghana. Let's not play that game. And you said it's
I'm not even going to do this with you. Maybe you should come
ma'am,
to Ghana.
because you're not. No, don't sell Wakanda. Okay, you talking about there's
Ghana
no.
is a Wakanda. It is Ghana.
Yeah,
Kwame
yeah, yeah.
Nkrumah
Don't
built
try
this
to
nation.
don't. Y'all try to sell the Wakanda package to us. And they didn't they just have some over there in Baku where dozens of people got killed over there. I ain't trying to minimize nobody's murder, but don't sell the Wakanda package, ma'am. It goes down over there. Okay. Anyway, dear, thank you so much, beloved. Thank you. All right, come on, don't try to sell us the Wakanda package, man. There's all types of violence over there in Ghana. And when they start tap dancing for the white people, stop. Yeah, there's some cool stuff over there. I've heard good things, but let's tell all of it. I mean, there's horror stories. Black folks go over there, they try to move over there and get overcharged, and black folks get finessed out of their land left and right, and their homes get pillaged. Remember on my broadcast a while ago, the FBA brother had a spot over there, and then the state, the government, whatever, took his joint back and then let people come in and just literally he's standing there and people just coming in taking his shit, took his TV, furniture. I mean, they stripped his whole house. That stuff it happens over there all the time. Let's tell all of it. Yeah. Yeah, there's tribal beefs over there. People ain't really clicked in and getting together like that. There's tribal beefs and tribal differences that has undermine the progress there. You can't tell us to all get together and all of that, and y'all ain't got together. And then y'all want to blame it's the corrupt politicians. The government. The government is the government. We have a corrupt government too, but we're somewhat on code. We're the most on code people on the planet as far as black people. No other black people are on code like us, even though we do have some off code folks, but we're on code as on code can be as far as black people. And our government is majorly corrupt. Yeah, Daisy, this is the Hispanic white supremacist. She wants to get back on, but Daisy, you've already said what you had to say, ma'am. We already know that you're anti-black, and we know that you want to deny your Hispanic heritage. And that's not that's something you got to deal with. I don't want to have you up here just doing corny trolling, ma'am. We don't want you to do that. Don't be ashamed of your culture, ma'am. You know, don't be ashamed of your culture. You're a wannabe Anglo, and that's all right. Anyway, we've been on here heavy. I've been on here for a couple of hours, man. It's been real. Should I get one more call, or should we charge this thing to the game? Because we're in here deep. And by the way, we got the Juneteenth celebration at the Hidden History Museum here in Los Angeles next Saturday, June 17th. Get your tickets at hiddenhistorymuseum.com, ladies and gentlemen. hiddenhistorymuseum.com. That's where you can get your tickets. I think I'm going to wrap it on up because I've been on here long enough. And I'm going to let y'all get some sleep because y'all stay in here hanging all night and we are in here heavy. Get the movie because the guy talked earlier about buck breaking. Get the movie Buck Breaking at buckbreakingmovie.com. Wait. Somebody just sent me a picture of Daisy. Wait a minute. Wait. Daisy, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Somebody sent me some pictures on Daisy. Wait a minute. Hold on. Daisy, let me get you back in here. Somebody just sent me some stuff on you, Daisy. Hold on. Wait a minute. Daisy. Wait, Daisy, let me get you up in here. Hold on. I'm going to get Daisy back up in here. Daisy, turn your microphone on, ma'am. Daisy?
Listen,
What's up, Daisy?
I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine.
No, but Daisy, your name Brooke?
Excuse me. First of all, no. Can you like not
Okay.
dox me in front of? Is that really where you're going? Like, are we gonna have to? That's extremely private information. Are we seriously gonna go for that? Are we gonna? Am I not gonna have to like have you mass reported? This is retarded. That's like going like really like you're a nigger and shit. But like that's like kind of fucked
Okay.
up.
So you're gonna have me reported for saying your first name? Is that what we doing, Miss Daisy?
Thank you, Daisy. Yes, it is Daisy. And if you wanna go further, like we can go further.
But yeah, somebody sent some stuff where there's some very interesting stuff about you, Daisy. Uh, some very interesting stuff. You want to talk about your background and some of the stuff that you're into, Daisy?
That I like to drink and get in trouble for it. Sure, if that's what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. You like to drink and get in trouble. Nobody's doxing you.
Yes, I was
Nobody's.
fully doxxed, and I was actually swatted, and I had a SWAT team like damn near bang my door down just a few days ago. While thankfully my son wasn't here, very thankful for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so but
Oh,
you know,
okay. And okay. All right. People say you base your life around race mixing. You've had your romp. You
first
talk all
first of
this.
all, the Chinese are they're they're honorary white. It's don't say I'm not a black race mixer. Let's get that straight.
So you got okay. So you had a baby by a Chinese man.
If you want to get into that right now, that's kind of weird, but sure, yeah. I speak Mandarin. I've lived in Asia for a long time. I have
Mm-hmm.
a house over there, yeah, like if you want to get into that, sure.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that
Yeah.
doesn't change the fact
But
that we're
but
talking about how black people are inherently degenerate.
but but ma'am, you're a single mother,
Incorrect.
and you got and there's several mugshots of you.
Incorrect.
Oh, well, so okay. What's with all the mugs? I'm looking at a bunch of mugshots of you, ma'am. You're a deadbeat, degenerate criminal. And I'm not even making that
I
up. I'm not even.
suppose so. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess if you,
But
I
but
guess if
man,
you have fun
but man,
at
but man,
parties and like, like, yeah, public intoxication. Cool.
you're calling black people degenerate, ma'am. I'm looking at
Oh,
about
I'm
4
sorry, I
mugshots.
didn't gun down my neighborhood. I just had fun at
But
parties.
ma'am, you have several mugshots, so you're a lifelong criminal, right?
Lifelong criminal, as in having fun at parties, a little too fun. Yeah, I'm sorry,
Well,
I didn't
being a
rob a Target.
some
I didn't.
some criminals have fun, ma'am. Some people like crime, and you obviously have a good time at
I
it,
didn't
ma'am.
do black
And
criminal activities. I'm sorry, I didn't.
right, you did crack criminal activities, ma'am, because you
Crack?
look like you're on the pipe. Did you go to jail for drugs, ma'am?
Never. No.
Ma'am, you look kind of methed out in some of these pictures, ma'am.
No, just
You
drunk.
looked extreme. Oh, ma'am, that looked more than some liquor.
That's definitely some liquor.
Okay. And ma'am, you're talking about black people. To be honest, ma'am, your face is very strong without your makeup on, ma'am.
Dude,
Ma'am, you
again,
look like one of the
listen.
ma'am, ma'am, you got like bleach blonde hair, a strong face. Bitch, you look like one of the Bee Gees from the 1970s. You look like a male singing group in some of
That
your pictures, ma'am. You look horrible. And you're talking about black people? Really?
Yes,
You look
I've never. Yeah,
horrible, ma'am.
I didn't commit violent crime. I apologize. Maybe next
Ma'am,
time I'll try to
does
commit violent
ma'am,
crime. It's just
ma'am, you have is very deceptive. You had to darken yourself to look like us a little bit. You're pale skin, ma'am. You have pale skin in some of your mugshots with bleach blonde hair. You look like a stunt double from the original Planet of the Apes. You look horrible without your makeup, ma'am. And you have the nerve to sit here yelling nigga, 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 talking about my people, and your face is that strong. Really?
yes.
Daisy? Shame on you.
And shame on 13% of the 60% of y'all.
Ma'am, I will take that 13% over your 13 meth pipes, ma'am. I'll take that 13%. And you got 13 mugshots, ma'am. How many mugshots do you have, Daisy?
Wait, was that a joke?
No. I'm looking at your mugshots. How many mugshots do you have? I'm not
You just
laughing.
said you were looking at them.
I'm looking at it's so many. Damn, there's so much stuff going on in your
What, 3
man,
public intoxications and like a DUI? Like what? Or 2 and like a DUI? Like what? That's
ma'am.
called white. That's
You,
called white crime. We don't shoot people. We don't mug people. We don't deal drugs. We don't
ma'am,
do
did you
things that generally
Daisy,
like cause the degeneracy of an entire society.
Daisy, Daisy, did you abandon your child?
No, he's no. What? No. Absolutely not. No, I'm
Ma'am,
not black.
no, ma'am, yeah, because we don't do that type of shit. Yeah, you damn right you ain't black because we don't do the type of shit you do.
Oh, wait.
We don't
Wait,
do
you
that.
guys
We don't
you guys
we
don't
don't do the
commit you
shit you
guys
do.
don't
No,
commit
no, 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 no.
60% of crime?
We no 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 no. We don't abandon our children like
Whoa,
you.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
We
whoa,
don't
whoa,
abandon
whoa, whoa. Wait, whose child is
no
abandoned? Whose child? Wait. Do you want
no
to talk about
no
black
no no no.
statistics? Are you serious?
Yeah. We're talking about
I'm
your
sorry, my
musky ass.
house is so.
We
No,
don't. No no
hold on,
no.
Tariq. Listen,
Ma'am, ma'am,
Massa.
ma'am, we don't abandon our children like you, ma'am.
My
And
house is so big that I can actually scream from one side, and my son who's sleeping on the.
well, ma'am,
Yeah,
that's
he
called a
can't. No,
trailer
he
park.
can't hear. No, he.
That's a trailer park, ma'am. Yeah. You can scream on one side because there's only one long ass room. Yeah, it's a trailer. So yeah. So of course you
Yeah,
can.
of course. Yeah, I
But
live in a.
there, sit up there, you talking about black people, ma'am. You are a degenerate, ma'am. And you like one of these Nick Fuentes
You have
type of
no idea what
fans,
you're talking
right?
about. This is honestly keck as fuck.
Ma'am,
I live
you
in a trailer. You're right. Let me just take let. Oh man, yeah, you're right. You're right. Hey,
good,
that's a good ending, honestly. Yeah, I live in a
ma'am.
trailer.
You
That's
are
right. One
to
of my
your his,
multiple houses. Yeah. Oh, it's a trailer. All right.
ma'am. You are a real degenerate, and you one of these people who are on Twitch and all of this stuff. Man, boy, you are a piece of and your shape, man. What kind of shape is that? You got a pudgy stomach and no ass. What kind of shape is that, man? You built like
What
a
even?
Simpson
What?
character,
I don't even know what you're looking at this point because there's no pictures of me like
man.
that.
Good Lord, you got these big ass goddamn Bill Clinton teeth. you are all over the place, ma'am. Ma'am, you couldn't go down back to your Aztec home and get a dentist down there. You need to go down to Aztec land and find you a dentist, ma'am,
You know
and
what my
get you a
favorite
discount.
part of Black culture is? How you guys are able to make up insults that are just so irrelevant, but they are funny. I'll give you that. You are funny.
They are.
They are funny, but they're
I'm
completely
I'm
irrelevant.
describing your ass. I'm literally describing. You're the one hopped on here calling everybody niggers
Well,
and niggas this
that
and
is
niggas that.
what you are objectively. I'm not lying. You're lying.
Okay, ma'am, I would rather be a nigga than an ugly ass, bleach blonde, teenage ninja mutant turtle looking broad.
Well,
You
I'm
look
perfectly
horrible.
happy with what I am, which is definitely not
No,
black.
you're not. No, you're not, ma'am. There's no way you're happy with the way you look. You look horrible,
Mm-hmm.
and you appear got some filters on your pictures.
No,
You
I don't.
your mug your shape is janky. You look a beast, ma'am. And you look like you stank. You got these dirty little tattoos on you, and you are in a trashy trailer park, and you got the nerve to talk about foundational Black Americans. How dare you, ma'am?
Again,
I'm really
literally, you can keep saying things over and over, but it doesn't make it true. So that's kind of keck.
okay. And using these old 4chan terms, ma'am, you
Again, I
are
told you
a
it's massa, not ma'am.
baby,
Dude,
massa
don't ever call
nothing.
me that again. I'm gonna kill myself now. Hey, you know what? Tariq
There's
Nasheed
nothing.
just hey, let it be
And,
known.
and,
Tariq
and,
Nasheed,
and,
it
and
wasn't my
how
boyfriend that got
and
me off Twitter. It was Tariq Nasheed because he told
hold
me
on, wait a minute. Another thing, how old are you? Because you got double
I told you I'm
chins.
56.
You're not 56. You got these weird double chins, man. And are you trans? What look were you going for? Are you going for hermaphrodite look? What are you going for, ma'am? There's all types of stuff going on with you, ma'am. Oh
Listen, when you're
goodness. But Daisy,
56 years old, you've been piped down.
okay. Anyway. Um oh, and they're saying that people, okay, yeah, you
Hey,
let
listen,
people
the
put
last thing
cigarettes.
I'm gonna say is
Oh, wait. You let people put cigarettes out. I'm getting a bunch of pictures on you. You let people put cigarettes out on you, you get burned with cigarettes?
what the fuck, dude? You're being weird now. That's kind of weird.
No. These are pictures of you with cigarette burns on your body. So that's you into like this weird fetish type of thing?
Yeah, that's definitely what happened.
And you got the nerve to sit your little tired, stinky, head lice infested ass up here to talk about black
Yo,
people,
stop talking
really?
about my head lice. Listen, I love everyone. I got names for all of them. All right.
Lord. Anyway, thank you so much, Daisy. We're gonna let you go.
Thank you. You have a good night.
The meth pipe. Good Lord, these people are degenerates, and these are people are sending me all types of stuff on her assault charges. Oh Lord, a big drunk ass white supremacist. When is her birthday? How old is this chick for real? Because she got like double chins. Y'all, her mugshots. This woman is a beast in the face. She's a stone beast and got the nerve to sit up here talking greasy. What year is she born? I can't see her birthday on here. It's kind of blurry. But this woman is a damn mess. A stone mess. Anyway, man, let me get up out of here because now my phone stank having to look through her pictures. I got to go wipe my phone down with alcohol looking at this woman's stinking ass pictures and all of her mugshots talking about black crime. These people love projecting. The white supremacists love doing all that damn projecting. But anyway, man, go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Get your tickets for the Juneteenth event for next week. I'm out of here. Puppy Akute and Lula Vuve to the family. Y'all be good.